Well, once again, it's time, my friends, for another meet and greet. We're Southern Fried and nationwide, so hang on to your seat. Look around, here's what I found. I guess you'll never know what you'll see on the Southern Fried Podcast Show. Yeehaw!
Well, hi there, all you Southern Fried Podcast fans and all you people out there in Cornbread Nation, all the breadheads. I hope y'all are doing well this Friday. We are rocking and rolling right here on the Southern Fried Podcast. It's front porch talking time tonight. Howdy, Michael. How are you doing? Dave's feeling under the weather tonight, but never fear. Rob is here. We got this. Uh, Hope y'all have had a great Friday. Hey, it's weekend time. Y'all can just get out here now and just enjoy yourselves all weekend long. Don't even think about that old nasty work. Uh, well, Michael, I hope you get to feeling better real quick. You might have to keep me straight tonight. uh, but we do have lots of stuff to talk about tonight. First thing I want to mention is down here locally, we had a accident yesterday, and we had a youngster that was killed in an accident with a fall in a car crossing the road, and it was a total accident. And we want to remember them and their family in prayer. Yeah, Kaylee, he sent me a message. I think I got this thing up and going, so I think we're going to be fine, sweetie. Um, but if y'all would bow your heads with me just real quick. I mean, it's a horrible thing to happen right here at Christmas time and everything. So let's bow our heads and pray real quick. Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you tonight with heavy hearts over the loss of this young man, this young child. We ask you to be with his family and friends, to comfort the people that were involved. It was an accident; things happen. And we don't understand them, Lord, but you are in control. And we ask you to send the comforter to them and, comfort them, Lord, because good Lord knows they need it. And we ask you for this and we thank you for this in Jesus' precious name. Amen. Uh, all right, let's see. Oh, no. So grandma and grandpa both are sick? Oh, my goodness. And you're having to take care of him and he has a fever and everything. Oh, my goodness. Um, Hang on, man. I'll give you some pointers there. Hey, Bess, how are you doing? Uh, well, I can't give you advice on this, Kayla, because if I do, it'll be wrong. you know, uh, and Dave would kill me because it wouldn't be proper advice. I'm glad to hear that, Bess. Uh, I'm doing all right. Dave's a little puny tonight, not feeling good, and so it is just me. So, I want to wish all y'all a very Merry Christmas because it is Christmas time. Let's see, Kelly said, it is fine. I am used to taking care of both them other sick, so I got this. I know you do, kiddo. I know you do. Uh, you're a good kid. I don't care, and nobody has said otherwise. So, all right, I'm going to jump right into some stuff here. There's been a couple things today that has come out that it just kind of peeved me. Have y'all ever been just really good and peeved? Just, I'm sure you have. Well, the first thing that peeves me is this whole Daniel Penny trial nonsense. And I'm going to throw it out there. It's nonsense. Although they yeah, Bass, I can do it. Uh, it's a little scary, but you got the clickbait here, so I got this. Uh, but Daniel Penny, the gentleman's on trial right now for manslaughter up there in New York. Imagine that. Um, they dismissed the big count against him, the manslaughter two. That was dismissed today because the jury wound up in a deadlock. So now they're going for this lesser uh, charge. But just let the man go. He did right. Everybody knows he did right. And we know this is all just a bunch of horse hockey. Enough's enough. To quote Joe Biden, enough is enough. Um, and this is just a train wreck of a case anyway. And the second thing that has really just lit me up today, and I'm gonna throw it out there, and this is off Fox, and I need to give them credit on this, but uh, we have once again, yes, Bess, I will, uh, and as soon as I can get in touch with him here, I will, sweet. I thought I'd already taken care of that. Okay. Um, but the second thing that really got on my wrong was we hear from President Obama, former President Obama today or Thursday is when he was saying this. Um, and this is coming straight off Fox. And let's see, during a speech Thursday at the Obama Foundation's Democracy Forum, Obama made the case that if one side attempts to cement a permanent grip on power through suppressing votes, politicizing the military, or weaponizing the judiciary and criminal justice systems to target opponents, a line has been crossed. Well, y'all have crossed that line. Oh my goodness. What hypocrisy. And I don't throw the word hypocrisy out there lightly. My goodness. Everything that they could do to hang on to power, they've been doing. Uh, they've been definitely politicizing and weaponizing the DOJ. I mean, come on. I mean, says pluralism. He calls it pluralism, where both sides get along. I guess. Uh, yeah, that ain't gonna happen. But I wish it would, Michael. I mean, just out of stuff like this is just absolute silliness. And once again, shows, and there's people out there that are going to believe this. And pluralism is about them all getting along, Democrats, Republicans, and he says it's not about holding hands and singing kumbaya. It's not about abandoning your convictions or folding when things get tough. It's about recognizing that in a democracy, power comes from forging alliances and building coalitions and making room in those coalitions, not only for the woke, but the waking. What do you mean, the waking? You need to be waking. Oh my gosh. What a bunch of nonsense. Well, he's the past. We're not dealing with that. Uh, it is what it is. Of course, a lot of people fired back at him, but so wow, this is just silliness. Uh, yeah, let me put that up there. Yep, you're right. You know, there's that old saying: if you want to know what they're up to, look what they're accusing you of doing. So, yeah. and there's a certain element of truth in that. Uh, so uh, so give me just a second there. I gotta shoot a message off there. All right, but yeah, that's two things that just really just kind of chucked me today. Absolutely, it's the pot calling the kettle black, kettle calling the pot black. Either way, it works. Uh, or as I've heard it referred to as standing in the sewer and screaming crap. You know, this is just these two things today have just ugh, chapped my honey, and I'll go ahead and put that out there. You know, uh, we got uh, Pete Helsgith is got a bunch of people, veterans and stuff. They that have signed on for him, which is great. I hope that they succeed in backing him up and getting that stuff going. I think he'll be great at the job. Uh, Everybody's kind of downplaying the fact that Trump is talking to Mr. DeSantis, but either guy is fine with me. Either one will do a heck of a job there in that role. So we'll see what happens. Um, Now there is some strange and weird happenings going on up in New Jersey. You know, Trump's got his golf course up there. They've got military installations. You've got great old big water reservoir up there. And here are these drones and nobody knows who's flying them and all this other stuff. This needs to be a no-no. They need to go in there and figure out who's doing this. It's probably going to be difficult. You can't really shoot them down because they're considered to be aircraft. So if y'all are in New Jersey, don't shoot them down, okay? Because that's going to get you in trouble. But it needs to be. Um, they've been reported in 10 counties across the state. So that's, you know, near Round Valley Reservoir, uh, and the border with Pennsylvania. It's unclear what they're doing. It's certainly suspicious. And I mean, after we had all that stuff with the Chinese balloons and all this other stuff flying over the country, we need to secure our airspace. This is getting ridiculous. Now they're just flying drones out there, and it could be a bunch of kids as far as anybody actually knows. But there's so much that they can do with these things that we can't have this. This is getting way more involved than what it needs to be. Y'all, I'm sorry, I've been going all day. Uh, but we got this. Uh, uh, but they don't know where they're coming from, their purpose, nothing. Shoot, as far as they know, it may actually be UFOs. I better be quiet saying that. Greg will be on here. Um, so it's going to be that needs to be taken care of as well. I mean, drones are so versatile. I mean, you can use them for just about anything. Like I said, there was a large drone flying up here at the Catoosa County line on 151. Don't shoot it down. They're considered aircraft, dude. Don't do it. I know they could be annoying to hear the, but don't do it. To do it. Oh. um, yeah, I saw this earlier today. Um, I hesitate even to bring this. It's just even the thought of it just makes me cringe. It just makes me feel dirty. But AOC Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, however you say her name, is trying to become the ranking member of the Committee on Oversight and Accountability for the 119th Congress. Now, this position is currently held by Jamie Raskin. Okay, why in the world? Why in the world? All right, and I'll tell you why. It's because she wants to try to undermine everything that anybody else wants, unless it's something that she wants. Uh, this is her words in the letter that she wrote, signaling that she was going to be going for this position. This is not a position I seek lightly. The responsibility of leading Democrats on the House Oversight Committee during Donald Trump's second term in the White House is a profound and consequential one. Now more than ever, we must focus on the committee's strong history of both holding administrations accountable and taking on the economic precarity and inequality that is challenging the American way of life. Okay. In the 119th Congress, Oversight Committee Democrats will face an important task. We must balance our focus on the incoming president's corrosive actions and corruption with a tangible fight to make life easier for America's working class. Why haven't you been doing this for the last 4 years? America's working class is suffering because of knuckleheads like you. Y'all running inflation up so high. No, you're all for that. Let's go green. Let's go green. You're killing us. You're killing us. You're trying to kill the country. You're probably agent for somebody else because I'm going to tell you something. As hard as y'all are pushing and shoveling this stuff down everybody's throats, you can't be for America. You can't. Absolutely cannot be. Everything you're pushing for is silly. It is. We have no infrastructure for or nothing. So come on. The only reason why that you want to be in there is number one, make more headlines for yourself, and number two, uh, try to trip Trump up any chance that you might get. But you know, the lawfare thing is over now. Okay, and you say it right here. You don't even mince words. You're outright accusing, and you're outright slandering the incoming president of the United States already. He's not even there yet, and you're already throwing slander and accusations at him. You know, his corrosive actions and corruption. What corruption? What corruption? You need to go away, little girl. You can't even run your own area up there. It's turned into a third world country, the area that you represent. You're failing your constituents. So don't be on telling everybody else what they need to do and what you were going to do. If you want to do something, take care of your constituents. Take care of the people that voted you in. There's a word for people like you, knucklehead, and you one of the biggest knuckleheads up there. Uh, so y'all know right where I stand on that issue. Oh, and just for the record, we want all the people out there that enjoy our show to like, follow, and subscribe if you can. Uh, we have a Cornbread Nation page on Facebook. We invite you to join us there. Uh, and we're going to be having some contests and stuff like that running through Cornbread Nation here before long. And we would love for you to be a part of it. If you want to, while you're there, you can message us email address. We're going to be doing out some emails here before long. If you don't mind getting, we're not going to inundate you with them. We're planning on doing some email mailings out about every 2 weeks. One every 2 weeks. So if you can handle that, and you want to send us your address, we'll plug it into our email server, and then we won't give your information out. Okay, that's a no. We don't want our stuff given out, and we're not giving yours out. So another thing we want to start doing Hey, if you've got kids or something like that, or for you or your wife or whatever, want to give a shout out for the birthday, you just email that to us here as well. And let's see. That's me. It's just messing me all up tonight. Dave normally does this, and I do it. And now you got my ticker up. What do y'all let me go without my ticker for? Oh, let's see here. I got to find the right one now. And where'd y'all hide it at? We got to get this thing going. We've got so many tickers and stuff going right now. It is crazy, 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 crazy. Uh, oh, well, I know what happened there. Uh, that's not what I want to do. I want to edit that. Uh, let's see here. There we go. And now we go. All right. So there's our email address. Email us birthdays and stuff into us. We'll do a shout out for you on the morning shows. Uh, and we'd be happy to. You know, who don't like hearing their name called out over the internet? Yeah. Well, I don't like hearing my name because, oh, Michael, Dave's got your email. Good deal. So, anybody else who wants to be a part of Cornbread Nation, y'all shoot us your email and we'll get you on that list. We're going to have some giveaways. It ain't go, thanks and stuff like that. We appreciate everybody joining in with us. So, um, now I'm trying to see. I want to welcome everybody in from all of our streams here. It's great to see all y'all here, and we are so happy that y'all are here. So I'm trying to look at Instagram and stuff too as I'm going here. It's kind of difficult because Instagram runs a little bit behind the other ones. It's only like just a few seconds, but man, it'll mess you up. Hmm. All right. Well, one of the things we always talk about, or I try to anyway, is we got to get some weather out there. All right, so weather here in South Georgia looks like it's going to be nice. Not too cold, not too hot, just about right. It's going to get rather chilly tonight. Going to get down to 30 degrees. And here in South Georgia, that's almost like crime. We don't like that. Uh, not even a little bit. But looks like Saturday we're going to warm up to 60, Sunday 68. Then Monday and Tuesday is supposed to be plumb up into the 70s, but we're supposed to have some storms going on, so we'll take what we can get. Um, Now I got to do something I don't normally do. Go up here and find up in y'all's neck of the woods, up in North Georgia. Let's see what we got here. I bet that'll get pretty close to it there. Let's see. Here we go. Oh, y'all getting plumb chilly. Uh, looks like y'all heading down to 20 degrees or so tonight. Yeah, yeah, that's not good. Whew. And then it's going to get up to 52. Then Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, y'all go have a little bit of a warmer trend, but it's going to cool back off Tuesday night. And y'all going to get back down to the 20s next week. My goodness. Y'all keep all that. We're going to hold around in the 40s next week. Be jealous. Uh, so, all right. Well, I think every front porch talking, we try to have a topic. Yeah, Michael says we are in winter. Hmm. Y'all are. But see, here in South Georgia, a lot of times it's warm plumb up to Christmas time. I mean, a lot of times people wear shorts around here in Christmas at Christmas, and it's just we don't like all this cold weather. Don't keep that. That stuff's supposed to stay up above the gnat line. Don't get it down here on this side of it. All right. So I would like whoever's in here. I know Michael's in here. We got some other people out there. If y'all would uh, tell me, what is your favorite Southern dish like to eat? I don't mean like China or nothing. That'd be Chinese around here. But what is your favorite Southern meal? We'll put it that way. Hi. Y'all got 120 days of cold weather coming. That's too much. That is too much, dude. Mm. You might as well move up there next to Steve up there at Half Pine Porch. He's in Ohio, and they measure their snow in feet. So, 120 days, that's too much. Nobody want to live like that except for Eskimos. Of course, you do look a little bit like an Eskimo, Michael. I hate to tell you that, but a little bit. Not much, just a little bit. The good parts, okay? I know you fix to come in and burn me right up for that one, and that's okay. I can take it. Oh! Did y'all see the big shouting match they had with the Secret Service, the head of the Secret Service, and the congressman? Oh, I laughed. Oh my goodness, I ain't seen such a rip roaring good time in a while. Uh, uh, I can't even say his name. This is bad, bad, bad host. But I'm gonna look here and see if I can find any more mention of it. But, oh man, it was hilarious. Uh, accused him of not doing his job because he wanted to sit next to the president instead of doing his job. He said he was there for the 9/11 thing, and oh, it was funny. Bunch of hissy fits, what it was. Um, but it is what it is. Um, so yeah, we've had a bunch of stuff going on. We really do have to watch our republic right now because they'll try to steal it if they can get away with it, and that's a firm belief of mine. All right, so come on, guys, y'all tell me your favorite Southern meal or dish. I think that would be a good one for tonight. We might even get into how you cook that stuff. I think Michael's would be possum and sweet potatoes. Yeah, he's probably has eaten it, which Michael been around for a little bit. Not as long as some people, but uh, I'm gonna throw one out there. It's not necessarily a southern dish, but uh, we sure do like it around here. Some good old oyster stew, man. You can't beat it. You can't beat some good old oyster stew, and that's a good wintertime dish too. Let's see. All right, we got everything rock and rolling there and there. Okay. Um, well, y'all are being quiet tonight. Y'all gonna hurt my feeler. I ain't got but one feeling left, and it ain't in real good shape. I try to keep it up, but it's just not doing real good sometimes. Only got one. So y'all don't need to be hurting it or nothing like that. Uh, tell you what, I'm waiting on some responses. Oh, Michael says potatoes, okra, white beans, sliced tomato, and onions. Now, do you like the sweet onions or the hot onions? I'll go tell you, I can eat onion like an apple. I love those. I love me some onions, especially Vidalias. And Vidalia sweet onions are good. And I'm assuming you're talking about fried okra uh, and white beans over pintos. I don't know. I don't know. I won't let you have it. You know, it's a little different. But I think pintos would be a good pick in there. But um, let's see. Uh, I was looking for a thing here. Y'all gonna have to bear with me tonight. We're gonna run a couple of promos as we go through tonight. We normally do this about an hour in, but I have to get up and run around every little bit, or my back will seize up on me, and I'll be on here crying. It won't be good. It is never good. So let me hit this ARA promo, and we'll be right back.
Here at the Southern Fried Podcast, one of the blessed things we've been able to do is partner with the wonderful people at Animal Rescue Alliance, Inc., ARA. These folks are a no-kill shelter in Donaldsonville, Georgia. You see the contact info on the screen. And these folks would love to have you come adopt a dog or a cat. They have folks that come from all over the United States, not just the state of Georgia. They're great folks. It's been a wonderful partnership between Southern Fried Podcast and ARA. And we've been blessed to meet some of the folks that have adopted animals from ARA. Also, we've been able to encourage people to donate and volunteer. They encourage volunteers that are in the area, and they're just wonderful people. We'd love for you to contact them, meet them too, go on their website, see some of the animals, and we know you'll want to partner with them too by taking a dog or a cat to their forever home. Join with us, the Southern Fried Podcast, in support of this great work of the Animal Rescue Alliance, Inc., ARA. We know you'll be happy you did. I know we are.
Oh my goodness, that thing went by quick, but I do have a fresh cup of coffee. All right, like I said, you been down with your nerves? Oh man, you're gonna have to get better there, dude. You seem like you're down a lot. I hate to see that. I've been down a little bit too. Fried okra, sweet onion, or Vidalia. Uh, amen. That's now you're talking about eatings. Get you some fried okra and stuff. And those for you north of the Mason-Dixon that hadn't had any fried okra, you don't know what you're missing out on. That is some good stuff right there. All right. Let's see here. We got, uh, huh. I've had enough of that stuff right there. Uh, you know, talked about all the news we want to talk about today. Uh, let's talk about, and we don't, you know, you're interested to talk about food with me. So, you know, fat guys like to talk about food. Mm, 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 mm. So, let me ask you this. Oh, now you talking about some good stuff there now, Michael. You're talking about some seafood. Really love some fresh boiled or grilled shrimp. Mm, mm. As close as I am to Florida, man, we love us some shrimp around here. I like scallops too. They're awfully good. Um, you know, but my favoriteest thing that's probably gonna gross a lot of people. Man, I love me some raw oysters. Oh my goodness, there ain't much better than good raw oyster. Oh, mm. But I'll stop because some people don't like them. Mm. Yeah, if Louisiana is a good place to get you some good shrimp too. Now you can go over there and be a shrimp boat captain. You name your boat Jenny there, Michael. Uh, so, and all of a sudden, catching shrimp was easy. Uh, but life will go on there. All right, so I'm going to reminisce a little bit tonight about this time of year. Um, we just came through Thanksgiving, and Thanksgiving's one of these times of holidays now that's kind of it's put on the back burner. And I think we need to get over that. Uh, it needs to be celebrated. We need to look back and make a list and be thankful for all the mercies and all the blessings that God gives us. Now, we are a conservative Christian, you know, podcast, and but we welcome everybody and we welcome all beliefs. You know, you're welcome in here. Everybody is. We're not gonna put you down for what you believe in. It's not us. But I think it's a very important aspect of Christianity is thankfulness. Being thankful for what you have, being thankful for what your family has, being thankful you have a roof over your head. There's people out there that don't have it. There's people out there that struggle every day, and I know one, and we're gonna remember her. Should have said a prayer for her while we were doing a prayer for the other gentleman, that youngin, but we'll get to it here in a little bit. There's people out there that don't have it, y'all. Don't have a car, don't have a roof over their head, and health issues, and they're struggling a lot. And there's more than one. We have so much to be thankful for, you know, that we should not be skipping no Thanksgiving. We should not. Um, so let's not skip that one. We need to make sure, and I should have said this all before Thanksgiving, but we all get tied up in life. But now we're moving on into Christmas. It's the second biggest Christian holiday of the year. I think Easter should be the biggest because that was the day our Lord and Savior resurrected, or the day we celebrate. Um, but this is also big. It's celebrating the birth of our Savior Jesus Christ. Um, a lot of people want to change this to holidays. You know, happy holidays, and may have a good holiday and all stuff. I'm not doing it. I can't do it. I can't do it. No, sorry. It's Christmas. Merry Christmas. Happy Christmas. Merry Christmas. Happy Christmas. Yeah, that's what I've been saying my whole life, and it's what I'm going to keep saying. Um, there are people out there that want to change it. Oh, we should just call it holidays. Happy holidays. But you know what? If you want a thing to celebrate, um, there you go, Michael. I can't do as much as I used to either, brother. And I know it's hard. It's hard, you know, but we'll do the best we can. How about that? We'll give it 100% try. But people want to change this, because everybody celebrates Christmas. Everybody celebrates Christmas. You know, gift giving and stuff like that. If you just want a holiday, make another one. You know, make another one to give presents out. To soothe, so your sensitivities don't get hurt from people calling it Merry Christmas or Christmas. It's all right as Christians to do so. You know, we're not telling you that you have to do it if you don't want to, but don't get on us for doing it. You know, this is our belief system. This is our beliefs, and don't try to tell me. Oh, I'm sure there's some. Oh, but Christmas trees are pagan and all this. Okay. I've heard all those arguments. Doing my thing. You know, you're not going to change me, and I'm not going to change you. But if you want to call it holidays, call it holidays. If I want to call it Christmas, I'm going to call it Christmas. I'm not going to get on you, and you shouldn't get on me. That's how you get along with people. So, let's see. I go 110% here daily. It's about 15% of what I used to do. Brother man, I understand that feeling. Uh, and I hate being limited in what I do. Oh, I don't like it. Um, a lot of people think that Christmas is just about presents and stuff like that, but it's not. There's more to it than that. It's a celebration of the birth of Christ, yes, but there's more to it than that. If you want to get down to it, uh, to me, Christmas is about celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ, and He gave us the greatest gift ever. He gave us salvation, and there's nothing greater than that He could have ever given us, and it was a gift. And so we give gifts at Christmas time, celebrating the gift that He gave us. And it doesn't have to be presents, guys. You know, you see the little old lady or little old man that can't reach something on the top shelf of the grocery store, just grab it, put it in their cart, tell them Merry Christmas, keep going. You know, um, there's a whole lot of stuff there that you can do. Open a door for somebody. Yeah, tell somebody hi, just a stranger. Hey, how you doing? Be nice. Be social. Let people know that they're human, and you recognize that. That's a gift right there in and of itself. Um, go donate something to a Toys for Tots drive. Go drop off something that's going to the food bank, especially up there in Chattanooga at Walmart and Food Cities. When you go buy something, buy a couple extra cans of something, toss it in the box. Give back a little bit. Give a gift. It don't like you ain't got to spend a ton on it. You don't have to. But just doing a little bit can go so far, especially when you're dealing with food bank or just meeting or seeing somebody out there. You can just do a little bit and it'll go a long way. Uh, you see some lady, older lady or gentleman, whatever, loading their groceries in the car. Help them. Hey, Merry Christmas. Let me give you a hand with that. Dude, it goes so far. You will be amazed. Now, make sure that they don't think you're running off with their groceries. That might get you hit with a cane or something. You don't want that. Just walk on your way by and say, hey, Merry Christmas. Can I help you with that? Yeah, man. Let's see. Michael said, I don't try to change people, but I don't like Christmas trees because they are as placement to load up expensive presents. It's not about Jesus Christ. Okay. I can go along with that. I don't judge it one way or the other. We have a Christmas tree. Of course, Chuck keeps pulling all the ornaments off of it. Yeah, the cat. Oh, he's a mess. Can't keep ornaments on the tree or nothing else. But kids like them. Well, let them decorate their tree if they want to decorate a tree. It's not hurting nothing. Um, and I think one of the biggest things that we've done with Christmas to kind of mess it up is it's so commercialized now. Oh, they start putting it out before some places were putting it out before Halloween this year. They're getting ready for it before Halloween now. That's ridiculous. Come on. Let's at least get through Thanksgiving before we start putting out Christmas stuff. Oh my gosh. But I'm glad it's out now because it's time. Uh, y'all take, but there's so much, and it's so commercialized. You know what, folks? There's Christmas parades going all over the place. Take your youngins and go to the Christmas parade. You know, they're around up in North Georgia and Chattanooga area. Y'all go see the Garden of Lights. Yeah, it's expensive, but it's worth going to. Start a tradition. Take the kids up there. Let them see the light shows. It's great. Um, Spend some time with family. These are where gifts really come in. Uh, you know, last several years, I've lost my parents and my grandmother, which I lost my granddaddy first. That was hard. But over the last several years, I don't have those people anymore. I didn't know it last year, but I know it's going to be my last one with my grandmother here, and it's hard. But spend some time. You can't get those moments back. Have some fun. Smile. It's not going to kill you. You go out there Christmas shop. So many people go out there Christmas shop and are like, "Oh my gosh, I gotta go get this. I gotta go get that. I gotta go get this. You got that mean look on their face. You're all mad. Can't find what I want to find, and then you're missing it. You're losing. You're losing. You enjoy life, and you should enjoy Christmas. You should enjoy shopping. To get these gifts to give to people. It should be an enjoyment. Decorating. It should be an enjoyment. If you're not enjoying doing it for, the people around you, don't do it. You're doing it for the wrong reasons. Um, your enjoyment isn't as much as somebody else's enjoyment out of it. I know up the hill here, I've got one cousin he's little, he's 2, 3, you know, he can see the lights. And I've got two new ones this year. They'll be coming up through. They're gonna see the lights I've got out there. My wife's gonna see the lights. That's okay. They enjoy it, and I want them to. That's why I do it. It's not because I like hanging lights. I don't give a crap, but they do, and that's the important part. Um, so Jesus, when he was born, and we celebrate the birth of Christ, but when he was born, he was a gift to us. All right. And he walked on this earth as a man, God in flesh. Oh my gosh. And they hung him on a cross and he died. And through that sacrifice, we get the promise of eternal salvation. Oh, we get to go to heaven. We get reconciled with God through his sacrifice. So we want to celebrate that by giving gifts too. That was the biggest gift that we could have ever been given. We're never going to match that. Never. Have fun. It's not about the money. It's not about the quality. It's the thought. Just think about people. Think about the people around you. What can you do to make a difference? And you can. There's stuff that everybody can do to make a difference, especially this time of year. But it doesn't need to just be this time of year. Keep that in your heart year round. But make a difference in the people's lives around you. Donate your time to a soup kitchen or whatever. But a lot of people do that just this time of year, but it's more to it than that. It needs to be, you need to keep this in your heart year round. Help others. How, go to the food bank and volunteer there. Go to an animal shelter and volunteer there, help with the pets and stuff. Uh, anything, help. A complete stranger, if you see somebody broke down the side of the road, make sure they're all right. I know everybody has cell phones now, but somebody may not. And they're trying to get where they're going, and now they're stuck on the side of the road. And people don't think about that sometimes. But just roll down the window and say, "Hey, you okay?" And if they're okay, they're okay. And if they're not, then help. We get so wrapped up in the commercialism of everything that we forget where the true intent should come from. It should come from in here, not from the wallet. There's nothing you've got in your wallet that's really going to make a difference in anybody's lives. I mean, if you want to donate that money to help a cause or something, that's great. Hey, give some to St. Jude's. I like St. Jude's. Your local animal shelter. Find a worthy cause to donate to. A church. Give it if you've got it. But don't just do that once or twice a year. I mean, come on. That's, salvation, the gift that we were given there was eternal. And a spirit of giving should not just come out this time of year. That should be in our hearts year round. Michael, I know I'm kind of being preaching. I know it's kind of Dave's job, but this is something that's been kind of weighing on me for a while. If you're around, you can give me an amen, brother, if you agree with what I'm saying. But let's not forget the reason for the season. And see, that's become a big moniker anymore. Let's remember the reason for the season, and it just kind of blows over people's heads, you know. And you shouldn't. You shouldn't. All right. So, all right, Michael with me. uh, see, he really is. Um, what can we do? Like me and Michael, we're both disabled. All right. I have the gift of gab. I can run my yak. That's what I'm really good at. What can I do? You know, no, I try to help out however I can. You know, uh, Michael's on here keeping me straight tonight, so he's helping. It's a gift, you know, and I appreciate him for doing that. Uh, Dave was sick tonight. He couldn't be on the show. I got him. It's a gift. He don't have to worry about it. We got this. And it's little things that you do in life that help people. It's not the big things. And usually it's the little things that are the longest lasting. I got ornaments on the tree and they're my kid made, you know. She's grown now, but I still got them. They're still on the tree, you know. Uh, so, paper. I don't care. Uh, those are probably some of the ornaments that mean the most to me. You know, it's the little things. It's not the great big things. Uh, I mean, don't get me wrong. Getting stuff, expensive stuff, is nice. It's cool. It's toys. But you can't take none of that with you when you go. But there is one thing that you were given that you can. You can't see it, you can't feel it, you can't touch it. But that's salvation that you get. That is a gift from our Lord and Savior. That goes with you. Yeah, it's going to be there. Uh, a big Michael. That's all right though, because us big mouths got to stick together. But you know what, Michael? What can you do with that big mouth? All right, let's talk about this. All right, tell me 10 things that you can do with a big mouth. You can witness to people. That could give them the biggest gift of all, and that goes right in line with this time of year. Um, you can give a kind word to a stranger. You can, oh, oh, Michael. I can too. Mm. Drop somebody a kind word, give them a little bit of encouragement. Uh, you know, hey, I bet you that, do you ride the little carts at the grocery store? There have been times when I thought I was going to have to. I haven't yet, but there's been some times I thought I was going to have to, and I'm not looking forward to that. Oh my goodness. Mm. Yes, sir. When you get your computer set up, you'll be doing more. There's stuff that you can still do, even if you just have a big mouth. You know, and that's all you really feel like you're good for. And there's times when I feel like that. And this can be a depressing time of year for people. But don't let it depress you. Go out there and make a difference. And don't just do it at Christmas. Do it all year round. Okay, so you used to, but you usually just get a buggy. Okay, so I have multiple things going on. I have the epilepsy, and then I got a blown back. So there are times when I just can't hardly go, but I hang on to that buggy, buddy. And the reason why I ask, the people that are in those a lot of times have difficulty getting out of them. So they're out there trying to shop, and they can't reach up past the second shelf hardly for nothing. Give them a hand. Give them a hand. Uh, Amen, brother. Yeah, don't meet no stranger. If you meet a stranger, you might have just missed out on something, a positive influence in your life, or the opportunity for you to be a positive influence in their life. And that's what it's about. Um, you know, Christianity isn't hard. It isn't hard. It's you give a gift, and that's what it boils down to, or let them know about a gift that they can receive. And it doesn't cost anything, doesn't cost any effort. You know, and tell them about it. All you got to do is tell them about it. They can take it. They can have it. You know, gift giving is great, and that's the greatest gift that anybody could ever have, and that is the gift of salvation. So, all right, I'm gonna jump off that box here for a little bit. Uh, it's true, the gift of salvation is the best gift out there, but you can affect people's lives anywhere that you are. You don't have to. Well, if I get the opportunity down the road, I'll do so and so, and that'll help somebody. Or if I can, it's just not the right time. I don't feel good. I don't. Doesn't matter how you feel. It doesn't matter where state you are at mentally. You know, you can be positive. You can do it. It's hard sometimes, but don't let the hardness of it keep you from doing it. The most the greatest reward you're going to get from anything is doing stuff when you don't want to do it. That's when it's going to impact your life the most. I promise you. Um, I had a friend of mine call me yesterday. Well, sent me a message, and I could tell something that bad stuff was going on, and I told him, call me, and come to find out, that's you know homeless shelter, car gone, health issues, all this stuff going on. And I didn't feel good yesterday. I didn't. But I wasn't gonna. It sounded like they needed needed a word of encouragement, and maybe whatever help I could give. I hope I was helpful. I tried to be. I wanted to be, and if nothing else, I gave them an ear to listen to. You know, I didn't feel good, but I wouldn't take that back for nothing. If you're able to help somebody, that just it makes a difference in your life and theirs. Just having the ability. So, well, guys, we're about an hour in, and I'm going to put up something a little bit longer here. I don't have a longer commercial to run. Um, I'm going to put up our card here for helping out the podcast if you want to. And it's got Dubby, it's got Mammoth Nation, it's got all of them on there, and I'll be back in about 5 minutes or less. So here we go. Y'all hang in there, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. Thank y'all for giving me a moment there. I got to get my background up. This is bad. I don't even have my background. Nothing. What am I doing here? Uh, it's down here's what I need. I'm gonna put that one there up. Ha. Um, well, I could actually put that one up because we front porch talking tonight. Um, we love every one of y'all that's here with us tonight, and I'm glad y'all are in. I hope y'all are doing well. Um, it's just me tonight. No Dave. Dave's sick. We're gonna pray for Dave, getting him a swift and speedy recovery, and because he needs it too. And Dave goes all the time, y'all. And say some prayers for him. He's getting. I'm gonna say this in a joking way. He's getting up there in years, getting a little long in the tooth there, and you know he needs some prayer along too. He does a lot, and I appreciate him. I appreciate all he does. He helping out here, and which we try to back each other up. And you know, this is a lot of stuff goes into this. And when we started doing this, we didn't realize that all that was going to be involved in it. kind of. But you know what? We've had fun with it. We've had a ball with it. Actually, we enjoy it, and you guys make it all worthwhile. Um, so we were talking about Christmas and Christmas spirit and stuff like that. Um, you know, there's a lot of people that need a good dose of Christmas spirit. Now we talk some politics on here, and there's some stuff that gets us fired up, and we speak our minds. And we welcome any other opinions out there if they want to come in, and if anybody would like to come in and talk with us about the way we feel. We're not going to put anybody down. We may not agree with you, but we would never put anybody down. That's not what Dave and I are about. We do like discussion. We do like to talk now. Uh, if you have a different point of view, bring it on. We'll discuss it with you, uh, and we'll do it respectfully, and and you can do it respectfully, and we'll go right on. Nobody get their feelings hurt, even. Um, so, uh, let's. If y'all anybody ever wants to come in on this show, they're welcome. Um, but that's not just reserved for the show here. That's how Dave and I both try to live our lives, both of us. And Dave's probably a lot better at it than I am. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Um, I have the utmost respect for him. He is a pastor. Uh, he does that. He's got his job that he does, and we do this. And he does this. He spends a lot more time on here than I'm able to sometimes. Which I'm going to try to spend some more time on here. That's one of my goals going forward. But I want y'all to understand that this isn't just the persona that we put on here. This is not a persona. This is the way we are. I like to joke and cut up, and some of my stuff is a little bit off key sometimes, which is okay. Uh, I'm sure that if y'all were on this morning, you heard my joke about Henry the Brown-Nosed Reindeer. Uh, you know, if you hadn't ever heard of him, you probably never will. He's just as fast as Rudolph, but can't stop as fast. But you know, there's stuff like that, that we throw out there and we have fun with, and it's to have fun. We want this show to be fun. So, um, you know, I was like the other day. I don't know. It's been several months back. I was at the grocery store with my wife, and I'm going around and pushing the buggy. I'm not really feeling all that good, and kind of ill. It's Walmart, and man, they freaking Walmart, and and all of a sudden somebody run their buggy into mine. I looked up, and it was an old friend of mine that I went to school with. Just brightened my day because that looked like something I'd do to somebody if I saw him. You go, boom, you know, it just brightened my day. And little things like that. I mean, you don't have to go running somebody's buggy, but give them a hard time. you know, you know, in a nice way, not in a bad way, in a nice way. I mean, goes, hey, what are you doing up here? I didn't tell you you could be here today. And just have some fun, and they'll know you're joking. I hope. um, but if you can get somebody to engage with you, if you can get a smile out of them, that's you win. It's fun. I think too many people anymore find a reason to be mad, and they stay mad. And I don't like being mad all the time. I really don't. I like being happy. I like to joke and cut up, and I want to enjoy people around me. It's hard to enjoy somebody when they're always angry. Uh, that's hard to do. But if you make that angry person smile just a little bit, hey, you brighten their day a little bit and brighten yours. Uh, and that's important. It's important. I really do think that people that get out there and have that, I wouldn't say bubbly attitude, but just go out there with the full intent of enjoying life. I think that's some of the greatest gift givers that there are. Um, you don't hear so many complaints out of them, and you just try to make people happy. You know, I love getting reactions out of people. That has always been one of my things. And as I've gotten older, I've realized that getting a smile is better than getting somebody to go, "Hey, I can't believe he just said that to me," and get that kind of frown on their face. It's much better to get a smile off somebody. You know, um, yeah, you can, or you can go through life being on sourpuss. That's not me. I just don't want that to be me. Don't want to be that person. And I'm sure Michael could tell you too. Like where we're at, it's easy to be a sourpuss. It's easy to let the world get to us. We can't do what we used to do. We want to do it and we can't. It's annoying. It's depressing. Uh, it's like me. I can't even drive a car anymore. I can't even drive a car. You know, that's been thanks to epilepsy. I can't do that. It's okay. It's okay. It's going to be okay. Find other ways to get out. Uh, and do things. But it's really annoying when if somebody ever asks me for a ride, I'm never going to be able to give them one. I might ask for a ride, and I hope that somebody out there is willing to give me one when I need it. But uh, but it's the things I used to do. I can't do alone. I put some footage up here uh, last summer. Going free diving. No, I can't free dive by myself anymore. I can't do it. I have a seizure. I'm gone. Especially if I'm down as deep as I can go. But my brother-in-law was nice enough to go with me, and we had a ball. And I called him a dork fish. I got some footage of him on there, and he was a dork fish. But that's okay. It's okay. Uh, I'm pretty sure he had names for me, but I found a way to make it happen, and someone to go with me. Uh, and you get to do these things, and when you get to do them, then and when you're not really supposed to, but you find a situation where you can, then those become gifts, and you really cherish them. So I said all that to say this, okay? Be nice to people. Be nice. Be that ray of sunshine in somebody's life and in their world. It's a good place to be. It's a good thing to be. And there's a lot of talk in the Bible about Jesus being the light of the world. You're not ever going to be him, and thankfully, he's already been here, and he has given us the greatest gift ever. And now we have the Comforter. He said he must leave so the other could come. So now we have the Spirit that lives within us, And listen to that. Let it guide you and guide you in the right direction. It will. Listen to your heart. It'll put you there. All right. Now, also, we have coming up, uh, New Year's is not far away. We're in the last month of this year, and we're fixing to hit 2025. So we're right after Christmas, 1 week. All right. Now, I hear people all the time talk about New Year's resolutions. I made a New Year's resolution a long time ago not to make any more New Year's resolutions. So I promise you I will be keeping mine. I do have goals that I want to set, and I think we all ought to be setting these goals because shortly after New Year's, we're going to have a new president. A new president again. Uh, an old president back, well, however you want to put it. Donald Trump's going to assume the presidency. Okay. I do not like it because on some of the stuff that's going on right now in this country, because we divided ourselves into two camps. Okay, we've had Joe Biden for the last 4 years, and now we're going to have Trump for 4 years. We hope, or I hope. Joe Biden was elected into office. He is still my president. I don't agree with a lot of his stuff, but he was elected, and he won the election, and he's been there for 4 years. Now we're going to have Trump back. He's my president. He was elected. And, I'm going to pray for him just like I prayed for Joe. And I hope everything works out like he plans. I mean, he was elected. He's our president now. He's not just mine, he's ours. All of ours. You can say he's not your president, but he's still your president. It's not going to change it. You're still an American. He's the leader of the country. So don't criticize people's political beliefs. That's theirs. Democrats and Republicans, y'all, we got to quit this. We divided ourselves into two camps, and we've forgotten that at heart we're all American. We're Americans, but we don't identify that way anymore. We identify as liberals or conservatives, or Democrats or Republicans, or left wing nut jobs and right wing nut jobs. Quit. Well, the way somebody votes is their business. It's a very personal thing. It's one of the greatest rights that we have in this country is to vote for the people that we think will make the decisions that we want them to make. That is a right and a privilege that we have. We got to quit holding it against each other how they people vote. That's not the way this country was set up, and it's not the way that we should be doing. Now, you may not agree with the other side, but you can at least respect the way the person voted and that they voted their beliefs and what they think is right. You would probably not expect any less for you and will probably demand it for yourself. So don't be critical of the way other people vote. That's their business. But we're gonna have to get behind our president. We got to support him. I've supported Joe Biden for 4 years. I've always hoped that he would do what was right for the country. Uh, Even when a lot of stuff was going on, like inflation and stuff like that, Trump may not have the key. I think he does. I hope he does, because we can't get much worse, and we all gonna be in trouble. You know. So, there's been a lot of professors and teachers and pundits and all this other stuff going over Thanksgiving. Well, if your family didn't vote the way that you voted, you don't have to go there. You don't have to be a part. Why are they seeking to cause more divisiveness? Why? It doesn't serve any purpose. Why not speak some reason and sanity? Say, look, in the grand scheme of things, the way people vote doesn't matter. Yeah, your guy lost, or yeah, your guy won, or gal, or whatever. What does it matter? What does it matter for a family unit? You're still Americans. You know, they didn't put you off in a separate crib when you were a child. Oh no, it's gonna be a conservative. We can't let him slash her have the good crib. Oh no. Or they're gonna be a liberal. Oh my gosh, should we use the big one or the little one? I don't. It doesn't matter. It didn't matter then. Doesn't matter now. Don't let these people wreck our families. It's already going on a lot in this day and age. Um, you take the family out, and you don't have anybody to teach morals. You don't have anybody to teach these things and what's important in life and values and stuff like that. And you get them from the idiot box, the TV, and you get it from politicians who tell you what to see and think. And if you're getting your morals and ethics from a politician, you're barking up the wrong tree. Uh, and I'll give you a big clue, something that really disappointed me this week. Uh, I am not going to pardon Hunter. I'm not going to do it. I believe in the judicial system, and I'm going to support it, and I'm not going to pardon him. And he turned right around and pardoned me for the same stuff that Trump, for accusing the same stuff of happening as what's been happening to Trump for the last 4 years. Come on. I know. It's a father and a son. He protected his son. So I can't really say that, while it upset me, I understand why he did it. All right. Because he's a father and he protected his son. I understand that. Don't agree with it, but I understand it. So it's annoying. But and a lot of people said, well, you know, everybody knew it was a lie when he was saying it, or most people did, you know. But um, it is what it is. I think a lot of the reason why we have so much division in this country, especially now and over the last who knows how long, is our media, our news sources, our news sources. We got to quit referring to each other as they and those people. And, I can't believe that those idiots voted for so and so. And, well, we aren't like them and they aren't like, we got to quit it. We got to quit it. You got to quit. We're all Americans first. We should be Americans first. Hey there, Steve. Absolutely. How are you doing tonight, Bubba? Sorry, Dave's sick tonight, so I'm on here by myself. And just so you know, I did go back and tell the Henry the Brown-Nosed Reindeer joke again. I know that you would like that. Uh, but yeah, that's what they want us to do. They want us to divide because the easiest way to control something or someone. See, did they laugh or did they go, ugh? Uh, if you divide somebody, they can't stand together. Divide and conquer, and that has been the goal for a while now with a lot of the liberal media and stuff like that. Well, I call it state TV. They all rolled their eyes at you. Hey, dude, that's a win. That's a win. You got a reaction. They went, oh. Have you told the firearm joke yet? In case y'all didn't get it, I'm going to go ahead and repeat it. Those of you that have been here to hear it, I'm sorry. Have you ever heard of Henry the Brown-Nosed Reindeer? Yeah. He's just fast as Rudolph, but he don't stop as quick. You got to tell the firearm joke. You got to do it. But man, you got to drag it out, dude. You got to drag it out. You got to make it long. You get a really big eye roll out of that. Yes, here we go again. Hmm. Well, there may be people in now that didn't hear it this morning. I don't want them to miss it. They won't know what we're talking about. That's just rude. It's just rude to do people like that. Have you ever heard the story of Adam and Nate? No, I don't believe I have. Am I fixing to? Oh, uh, oh, here's one of the things that kind of makes me happy too. Yeah, MSNBC's losing. Okay, all right, Adam and Nate. I'll remember. You know me. I'll remember. I won't let you forget it either. Uh, oh. I heard another good one today too. Or Steve. And Steve's here. He's from Celtic Blacks. He's our Celtic blacksmith. Y'all go over and give him a like and follow. He does some awfully good looking work over there. But he's a good friend of us here. He comes in here and gives us a hard time. We love it when he comes in. Uh, but I forgot where I was going with that. I got off on talking about how good you were. Yeah, half pine porch. Um, we've got a where's it at? They put it on here. I know he did. I just got to find it. It's not that one. It's not that one. It must be this one up here somewhere. Uh, we got so many people on here. Some of them are ugly. Not like me. I mean, I realize I'm the clickbait on the show, and people tune in just so they can see this. Um, but there it is. Ha ha! Look what we got. Uh, there's old Steve from Half Pine Forge. Y'all check out his store. Y'all give him a like and a follow. Yeah, yeah. What you can't see in this picture is his long flowing locks, and because he's working with fire, and he has to keep his hair safe. What do you mean click but raise an eyebrow? Oh man, look here. You don't it only took me 50 some odd years to get to be this good looking. I did it quick. You still got a ways to go. But, uh, you should have seen the look on Dave's face first time I told him I was the clickbait on the show. Yes, we could do that. Uh, but I don't, be careful taking my shirt off though, because I don't like that's the only hair I've got's on my back. So if you really want to braid that, that'll be okay. Maybe you could just wad it up and we can make dreads out of it. That might be all right. Hmm. I still don't remember what I was going to say a while ago. What? Mm-mm. Now you just being wrong. Back here's sexy. Uh, okay, maybe not that sexy. So, um, but it makes it interesting when I go to the beach. I'm out there swimming around. And I I used to be a redhead. I now I'm a no head, no hair, but I used to have red hair, and so I'm pale. So when I go to the beach, I burn easily. I wear a shirt. And I come up out of the water and the shirt's sticking all over me everywhere, and you can just see the lines of hair through the shirt on my back and stuff. It's pretty amazing. You know, it's not that bad, Steve. I'm just joking, and you know, come out of there look like a boll weevil. All right. One good thing that has happened in this last week or so that I have noticed. Why do I need a co-host? Yeah, I do. I do this, but I'm much better with somebody else on here. You know, we can feed off each other. But uh, one thing I have noticed this week was, and they're still talking about it, is MSNBC lost 53% of its total viewership in prime time since Trump won the presidency. Uh, it wasn't 5 minutes talking about my back here. Sorry, I won't talk about my back here anymore tonight. So, you know, MSNBC losing 53% of their total viewership in prime time. This is big, y'all. I mean, this is absolutely amazing, and I love it because most of these primetime people are the ones that are shoveling down the division. You know, I call it state TV. Tell you how to vote, when to vote, what you think, and how to think. What is up with that? I am so tired of everybody wanting to give us their opinions. It's not, they don't give news anymore. They give opinion. They're like, well, you need to think this way. You need to think that way. Everybody should be voting this way. Oh, come on, people. Why don't y'all just give us some news and let us figure it out for ourselves? We're smart enough to do it. I promise you. You may not think we are, but these people out here's got some brain, some noodle power. Uh, old Steve over there at Half Pine Forge, he's got some noodle power. So yeah, see, I said something nice about you, Steve. I tell you what, I'll make a deal with you next, which I didn't find out till right before the showtime. But next time Dave's going to be sick, and I'm going to be on here, we'll get both of us on here. We kind of think each other's thoughts sometimes, anyway. That might be scary. And no, it doesn't. Uh, I, I got to put some of these up here. He did me pretty good tonight. I like it. uh, yeah, your noodle power does not end at fart jokes. Come on now. I bet you've got some better jokes than that. I mean, shoot, I gave you one this morning. Henry the brown-nosed reindeer. I'm just saying, and you told it 3 times, and you know, I'm not going to tell it any more than that. I've done told it twice. Um, no, you done. I was doing real good there. I got off on a good tear there, Steve, about Christmas and what the whole thing means, and it's not about the gifts, the physical gifts and stuff like that. It's about what you can do for people, and uh, yeah, I went off on a whole big 45-minute tirade on that. So you know, you missed it, but that's all right. Fart jokes and firearms and a little bit of smithing knowledge. Now look, I've seen some of the stuff there on your side. And what you call a little bit of smithing knowledge, I call flipping awesome because I can't do that. Now I can cut wood and make stuff and stuff like that, but I couldn't even begin to do what you do with that. And that's amazing to me. And I've always had a big interest in it, you know, and historically and stuff like that. And dude, some of the stuff you do is flipping awesome. I would love to be able to do it. It's not my skill set, dude. Um, Now I can make some pretty cool stuff woodworking, but then I get all hyper on it because I don't like using stain. I'll finish it and I'll put like clear coat or whatever on it, keep it protected. I just call varnish clear coat. I did that. I did that, uh, but I like to let the wood speak for itself. And uh, there you go. You can check out Steve's how to videos there at Half Pine Forge. Yes, he's got some. Uh, First thing he's going to needs to teach people how to do is how to put their hair away so they don't get it burned up. Uh, but when I do woodworking, I don't like using stain. I never have. But if you can find the right woods, and you can get yourself in a world of hurt doing this, you can get yourself in trouble. You can darn sure get into your wallet. You want to find the right color wood to use instead of that stain. Um, and so I've worked with a bunch of different kinds of wood. And I went out one day and I found this beautiful, beautiful wood. It's called Purple Heart. And I don't know if you've ever heard of this or not, but Purple Heartwood, I didn't know nothing about it, and I brought some home. Go play with it and see what I can do. And that stuff was like working with a rock. I was like, I'm not a flipping stonemason. I mean, you go to cut it with a saw, and it like blades start smoking and stuff. And then when I got done with that, then it wasn't the right color. It went to this brown color. I was like, what the heck? But Purple Heart, if you put it in the oven, you can get a real strong uh, uh, purple color. And eventually it'll pull the purple color out, but it actually comes out purple in color. It's great. Mm, yes, it is, and it is. But yes, Steve, you are correct. If you use stain, you can make $20 pine look like $150 cherry. And Purple Heart is, it's beautiful though. It is beautiful. Uh, he uses them as wedge material when he hangs the heads on them. Yeah, I can believe it, dude. I'm gonna tell you, I don't ever have no big desire to ever work with Purple Heart again. I'm gonna tell you, it about broke my heart. It made me cry, dude. That stuff is rough. Um, I'll tell you one I do like to work with though, and it's a hardwood. It's curly cherry. It has the curly figure on the inside. Oh my goodness! Before my mom passed, I made her a shelf, put her plants on with that stuff, and I bordered it with maple. So I had the inside of the shelf was the curly cherry, then it was framed out, and the legs was maple. And oh my goodness, that came out. Which I'm slow because I nitpick it and I want it just right. But when I got done, you could look at it. You could see different patterns in the figure of the wood, depending upon the angle that you looked at it from. It was. I think that's one of the best pieces I've ever done. It was fun to do. It wasn't so hard like Purple Heart, mm, but yeah, Purple Heart about made me cry. I know it made me sore just from sanding. And see, I don't like working with uh, finished lumber. I like to get rough cut. And of course, that's what I did with the Purple Heart. I got rough cut and sanded it down, worked it down from that because I like the. I'm sorry, you done got me on my thing now. On wood, if you get rough cut lumber and you work it down, then you can the figure of the wood starts coming out, and it makes a picture, and it's just awesome. And I love working with rough cut lumber. But yeah, not with Purple Heart again. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, let me move on to something else before I bore everybody to death with woodworking, uh, and carpentry. Uh, the so when you find your the guy that you buy your high-end hammers from, I may want to get with you to get some message out to him, see if he can get me some exotic wood pieces if he has anything other than Purple Heart, because you know I'm going to be setting my shop back up here for him in all my free time. Uh, Also, I'm going to be doing a show this year from start to finish as much as possible on installing a garden. And the way I do it, you don't have to do it this way. It's the way I do it. I'm going to be uh, well, I'm going to be arranging stuff differently this year from the way I normally do it, and I'm going to be trying some new things, but it's basically it's still going to be kind of the same. Um, we're going to grow some maters and stuff like that. Might even what a hand forged hand trowel. I don't do much masonry work, Bubba. Uh, are you talking about garden trowel? I generally use a hoe, but uh, probably not. But depending upon, yeah, send me a picture. I might want it. Yeah, I got you. I was thinking masonry trowel for some reason. Uh, Nothing else. I can put it up for a display piece. Um, is I got a little tractor out there says I ain't gonna be doing as much hoeing this year as I did have in years past. Uh, I didn't get to do me a garden last year. I was getting over. I had a pretty good heart attack year before, and I didn't get one in last year. I just didn't feel like it. But this year I'm gonna get me a garden in. But I'll tell you something, I ain't ever planting again. I ain't never planting taters again. You talk about some work. Taters are work, man. You produce a bunch of them, and then you got to big them suckers up. Mm-mm. No, sir. Your third video. All right. And all right, I will look it up. Mm. Not right this second, but uh, yeah, I will. All right. Well, and Steve, let's see. Let me ask you about some of the stuff that chapped my honey today. We talked about that first off. But I'd like to get your opinion on something. What's your opinion on the Daniel Penny case? Now, keep in mind they've already dismissed the higher charge, and now they're going for the lesser charge, which was a setup. That was their plan from the get go, I think. And keep in mind, this is not about guns because he didn't even use a gun. Oh, that amazes me. They keep talking about all these stuff. We got to do away with all the guns. We got to do away with all the guns. We got to do away with all the guns. He goes up there, puts the guy in a chokehold, and now they're saying that that's excessive. Okay, question: if you take away, trying to take away everybody's guns, what do you think's going to happen next time? I mean, China's going to become the thing. uh, Sound like he put a good old Ranger choke on him, and uh, let's see here. I think it's stupid that it's even a case in the first place. In a normal state, the cops would have pat him on the back and said, "Thanks for handling that for us." Amen, brother. Amen. Thank you very much. I mean, that's it in a nutshell. This guy came in and threatened everybody, and Daniel Penny reacted. The people that were on the train came up to him, women, mothers with their children, stuff like that, came up to him and thanked him. That should tell you what you need to know right there. That should tell you. The guy was off of his rocker. And now the DA can't wait to prosecute. Now, this prosecutor is the same one that let the guy off for killing an 87-year-old woman and went for just as light a sentence as possible for racial equity or whatever. Oh my gosh. Mm. Oh, don't get me started on that one again. But yeah, that was just this whole thing. That whole case is just absolute garbage and rubbish. Uh, let's see here. Michael's talking about his garden. Whoa, sorry, that thing came on. I'm going to try these galvanized rings. They're about 7 to 10 feet long and 3 feet deep. Fill them up with good dirt. Hey, that's not a bad idea. Make you a raised bed. Um, I've got the tractor. I'm gonna put it. Yeah, they look like feeding troughs. Okay, I got it pictured in my head. I'm going to. I'm really debating on a lot of things this year. I'm not number one. I'm not planting near as big a garden. I'm gonna plant some maters. I may plant a few cucumbers uh, and bell peppers, and that's kind of and maybe some corn, and that's about it. I am going to look at getting me a greenhouse set up, and I want to do some stuff in there with that. And I'm gonna start changing gears a little bit and getting like some blueberry bushes going and stuff like that. Maybe some fruit trees, like peaches or apples or something like that. Apples don't do so good down here. Peaches do really good. Uh, Pear trees do really good. But I don't want, so and see what happens. And maybe some, I hate to say this, some different type of nut trees. We got pecans everywhere, but I would like to get some hazelnuts or black walnuts if I can get them growing. So I got to be careful with. Steve's liable to be back, and if he hears me say nutwood, then it's over. Uh, so um, we're gonna do the gardening show this year. Cook will probably be joining me in with that. You've probably heard me and Dave talk about Cook on here quite often. You probably go back. He's been on here a few times. Hopefully, he's going to be on here a lot more. But Cook is a very good gardener too. So I'll probably also have to plant some yellow squash and maybe some zooks. Um, and I had a place set up just for growing watermelons, and I may set that back up. Plant your pepper with tomatoes, keeps your pests under control. So, wait a minute. Does the pepper keep them off your tomatoes, or do your tomatoes keep them off the peppers? That's my question. So I'm gonna tell you something. Down here, we got this vicious looking bug that gets on your tomatoes, and oh my goodness, they're great old big things. They're ugly too. I named one of them Dave. Uh, and so, when Steve gets back in here, I got to do my thing too. Uh, the peppers keep the bugs off your tomatoes. Your bell pepper or hot pepper? I plant my peppers all around my tomato plants. That don't bother me none at all. I like bell pepper. Um, there was another pepper I planted. What was that sucker called? It wasn't really all that hot. It was because I picked them green, and they tasted like a bell pepper with just a little touch of heat. Um, I mean, just a small touch. So, but it just enough to where you say, "Hey, that had a little bit of bite to it." Uh, Pepper protect. Hot pepper is better. The only reason why I would plant hot pepper would be to make some clear pepper sauce. That's be the only thing I'm interested in on that anymore. But um, for like greens and stuff. Um, but they're also good for decoration. Uh, this is the last uh, batch of pepper sauce my mama made, and I still got it. She put it up in a Crown Royal bottle. And my mama. But yeah, I bet that stuff right there is potent. All right, lid seal too. But it does make an interesting decoration. But those are actually rooster spur and Tabasco peppers. And I'm gonna tell you, that'll wake you up when Ooh, I'm not into something that's just gonna burn me up. I like hot pepper flavor. I like Texas Pete. I can drink it straight out of the bottle if I wanted to. It's not that it's that hot. I like the flavor of Texas Pete, so I eat quite a bit of it. So, um, Yeah. So you're going to grow a garden this year, and Cook's going to grow a garden this year, and I'm going to grow a garden this year. So we're going to have to get together. Y'all are up yonder. I'll have mine up. Mine will be up and probably making squash for y'all. Get y'all's in the ground. What? Put 7 dust under your squash before you fertilize and plant. Now look, we got a 7 dust down here for show. I generally wait till it gets up a little bit, but not too far, because there's a bug around here or moth or something. It'll lay an egg, and when it hatches out, the worm will just eat squash up, eat the stems. Mm, you're gonna try? I don't play. Well, kind of same boat I'm in, but yeah, I'm gonna get mine in though. I'm gonna do it. Uh, but we got this worm that comes in, and if you don't get it sprayed before that worm gets in there, he'll mess your squash up down here. Huh. Well, I want to make sure I dust. I hate dusting. Okay, especially with 7 dust and all that kind of stuff. I hate putting poison on my food. Period. And I know it's kind of a necessity, especially down here, because there's so many and bugs and everything else. I mean, if you don't, your garden just crawls. So the way I normally do it is go out there with a sock. Especially keeps MIY. But um, huh. I have not ever tried to do it that way. Uh, hmm. I'll try that. I'm not afraid to put some down, by no means. But I generally see. I'll start tilling mine 1st of January. Okay, keeps the mealy bugs off. I got you. I got you. Okay. Yeah, I don't like mealy bugs. Um, let's see. I'll start 1st of January tilling. I've got a rear tine tiller, and it's a beast, and I let it do the work. I can run it one handed. It don't take nothing off me. So yeah, I'll start tilling in 1st of January. At 1st March, a lot of times I'm already in the ground. We'll see what the weather's looking like, how cold it is. But I like being in the ground as early as I can. Uh, you can't plant okra that early. I tried that once. It doesn't work out. Okra likes a little bit of heat when them seeds are coming up. I didn't get a stand for nothing on that. Uh, but everything else did okay. But I want to get my greenhouse up because I want to raise some lettuces and stuff like that. And that stuff I can grow all winter. Collards and mustard greens, turnip greens, stuff like that. If I got my little greenhouse up out there, I can grow that stuff all year long. I'm all for it. But collard greens, turnip greens don't taste good till they get a good frost on them anyway. So, mm, well, uh, guys, it's about 10 minutes to 10, and I am just about pooped out. So, I'm going to let y'all, I'm going to cut this one off here just a little bit short. Steve, I'm sorry I didn't make it back to you. You didn't make it back. Pure nitrate under your okra, and you get tall plants. Huh? I always try to keep mine trimmed down real good going up. That tends to make them grow up higher too. But yeah, I use some pretty high nitrate. Yeah. Down here, oh yeah, with the sand and stuff, we put out at a minimum 10, 10, 10. And sometimes I put out pure, but not a whole lot because you don't want to burn them up. Now you can do it. So, oh, there's Steve back. Well, Steve, go get your supper going. It shouldn't take it too long, maybe. Uh, y'all have a great and wonderful evening, a great weekend. Uh, Y'all like, follow, and subscribe if you get the chance to. And we will see you. I don't know when Dave's going to be back on. I know you will be here Monday morning, bright and squirrely, and I bet he's here Sunday morning. He may not be on tomorrow because if he's sick tonight, he's probably going to be sick tomorrow too, and hopefully he'll get it passed on through. So, hey Steve, I was telling everybody earlier, and I'm gonna touch on it again. We had a bad accident down here, so keep in your thoughts and stuff, and your prayers if you pray. We had a 5-year-old youngin yesterday got in an accident down here involving a car, and we lost him, and that was yesterday. So keep that in thoughts and prayers, folks, if y'all would, because this is right here at Christmas time. This family is just absolutely devastated. So, all right. But anyway, y'all be good. Have a like, follow, subscribe, salute, and we will see y'all. Dave will probably see you Sunday morning. I'll see you Monday morning. So have a good one, guys. Thank you.
Well, once again, it's time, my friends, for another meet and greet. We're Southern Fried and nationwide, so hang on to your seat. Look around, here's what I found. I guess you'll never know what you'll see on the Southern Fried Podcast Show.